Hi everyone, my name is Gray. I'm very happy to deliver to you the Thiccly GrowLid. What you will receive is a GrowLid like this. So I'm going to go through how we are going to assemble this with a plant. So what you will do is to first you get a piece of the grow pole. This is the version 3. You want to crease along this line, and after that you want to clip in from the middle first. This prevents the pole from twisting, and once the middle is done, what you want to do is to go to the bottom. The way you can tell that it's the bottom is by following the text. It says grow pole over here. So long as it's reading the correct direction, you are in the right track. So you put the last one in as well. And the next thing you will do is to insert the EVA foam over here. So what you'll notice is that it's very loose. So what you can do is to soak it first in hydroponic solution. Let it expand inside the water. And once that is done, it's going to be a snug fit inside the grow pole. So we're going to try that again, and you can see it's going to fit properly, and you can proceed to clip most of your bottom of the grow pole together. So that's going to keep the substrate in. So now that we have this structure, this kind of forms a funnel for us to pour the substrate in. So this is going to be as mess free as possible. Okay, so what I'm using here is cocoa coir. The reason I use cocoa coir is because Singapore is a very hot and humid environment. We do not want to encourage root rot by creating an environment that is anaerobic, because there's a tendency for moss to actually collapse within Singapore's humid environment, and that's the reason why we're using this cocoa coir. For you, if you're in a very dry climate, you can actually opt to use moss, or you can mix it with cocoa coir as well. So now that we have filled the grow pole, we are going to clip the rest of the clips together. Okay, just like that, very easy. And the next thing you do is to take a second piece of your EVA foam and place it on top. And this is an assembled grow pole to use with the GrowLid system. Next, you want to just insert it into the D-shaped hole over here. Just insert it until it's approximately this depth. What you want is that when it goes into the pot, it doesn't hit the bottom of the pot, but it reaches almost to the bottom. That way it will allow the grow pole system to wick the moisture up into the grow pole and keep your plant moist. Okay, so now that's done, I'm going to take a piece of the plant. I've been water propagating it for some time. If you're feeling adventurous and you want to take a little bit more risk, you can actually take a direct cutting and do it over here. Reason is because this setup is pretty much the same as water propagation anyway. So you want to make sure that the plant is facing the correct direction. The leaves are pointing outwards, so the plant doesn't wrap its leaves into the pole instead, and it can get stuck, and that's not going to be good for the plant. So make sure the leaves are facing outwards. Just gently hold the plant against the grow pole. And what you can do next is basically take your rock substrate. I'm using 100% lava rock over here. Just pour it in. Just pour it into the net pot, and it's going to keep the plant in position. If you are worried that the plant is going to fall off, simply put the tape between the nodes and keep it secure. Once all this is done, you can start watering the grow pole. So you want to start from the top. You see the sponge over here was not pre-soaked. You can pre-soak it, but it's going to expand into this grow pole. And what it does is that it's releasing water slower than if you were pouring into the substrate itself. And that's how we make sure the substrate stays moist every time we water it. You want to water most of it through the grow pole, especially for the first time. That allows the substrate to really get moistened, and that helps it to stay moist further down the line. So the way this works is that the EVA sponge is going to absorb water, release moisture inside the grow pole in the form of water vapor, and the water is going to recondense on the substrate, and that's what is going to attract the roots to actually take hold inside the grow pole and allow the plant to really grow big and strong. So how much water to actually pour in? What we recommend is, if your plant is not well rooted, you want to fill it up all the way until the water reaches the net pot. If you have a more established plant and the roots are growing through the net pot, especially like after you put it on for a week or so, you want to fill it up below the net line. So long as the roots is touching the water, the plant is going to be able to stay hydrated. And just like this, we have propagated a Florida beauty into the Thiccly GrowLid system. Grow Thiccly always.